Okay? Afflictions. Okay? So the straight gate we're talking about is coming into the truth, right? You have to go down through this tough path, because when you deal with the word narrow, if you're going down a narrow path and you could fall off to the left and die, and fall to the right and die, guess what? You're gonna walk that path. Basically, you're gonna pay close attention when you walk that path. You're gonna be extra careful. Okay. So the straight gate, in the scriptures, the Lord said the straight is a gate, right? He says, and wide is the gate, meaning broad. America is that wide gate, because if it's broad, you can enter into it, no problem. You could come in, skipping and turning around, enter into a broad gate. So you enter into a real broad gate, ain't no being careful, being close attended, okay? To enter into the broad gate, which is what you see in America. Because, hey, what you see happening, everything goes on in this place. No holds barred in this country. Okay?
Keep going straight. Get off that path, then you're going to be looking at different philosophies and stuff like that.
This is 2nd Ezra. Let me see here. 2nd Ezra 7. 2nd Ezra. See here. 2nd Ezra 7 and 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set up on a broad field, and is full of all good things. So what's that city that's set on all good things? What's that? That's the kingdom of heaven. Because America is not set on all good things. It's set on wickedness. Okay? It's set on murder, bribery, treachery, deceit, okay? Unrighteous dealings, okay? Now I'm gonna show it to you. This is, if you go over to the 10th chapter, same book. If you go over to the 10th chapter, it tells you this. Tell you what it said in the 10th chapter.
How y'all doing today, bro?
What's up, man?
God bless you, brother.
All right now. Sirach, that's it. Sirach 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So the straight gate that we're walking to obtain is that kingdom, which right now, Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? It's given into the hands of the wicked. So Esau right now is in charge of this earthly kingdom. Okay? And it's broad, man. But it is, man. It's fucked up. Okay? So we must continue to walk straight. Okay? Pray, fast, work on our conduct. You know what I mean? Just work on being brotherly. We have to work on all that. That's part of obtaining the kingdom. Mm-hmm. And then get your mind in a position where when you read the scriptures, Matthew 5, we're going to be persecuted. You have to get your mind in that mind frame that you could be one of the ones that's persecuted. So, you have to ask the Lord, if that's the case, man, to keep you safe, man. Protect you, okay? Back in 2nd Ezra 7 and 6, there is also another thing. A city is built and set up on a broad field. It is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, okay? Straight gate, okay? And it's set in a dangerous place, okay? Dangerous is steep, okay? Place to fall, okay? So this is set up. Sometimes you deal with America, it's set up to make you fall, man. It's all this different philosophies out here. Hey, man, they got, everything is, all you see, you got drugs, liquor, women, man, money. Different ways of getting money. It's all messed up, man.
Spiritual warfare.
Yeah. It says, like as there like as there were a fire on the right hand and on the left hand deep water. So it says fire on the right hand, and then on the left hand you got deep water. So what would that fire be? Y'all tell me what the fire would be.
The nuclear destruction.
Walking in straight gate path in your life. Thermonuclear destruction ain't got here yet.
That fire gonna be what was both of them again?
It says fire. It gonna be. Let me read it. It says where fire on the right hand and on the left hand is deep water.
The fire. It's like if I get it wrong.
Now when you read in Zechariah the 13th chapter, it tells you read the 13th chapter, verse 8. Zechariah 13 and 8. Now we in this truth, we in this life, and we gotta walk a narrow path. Okay? We gotta walk a narrow path while we walking. It's using an analogy. You go to the right, you're gonna have fire. You go to the left, it's gonna be deep water.
You said 3 and 8.
13 and 8.
There's the book of Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Go ahead.
But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Okay, you will bring the third part through the fire. Now, that fire right there is saying thermonuclear destruction, but it's twofold. Right? But this right here wasn't talking about it. So the twofold part of that is when we out here in the truth, you walking in this life, the fire out here, you gotta deal with what? These doctrines and other philosophies. That's the fire.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, if you finna say it, say it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get it wrong, we're gonna correct it.
Right.
But like, that's the fire is the philosophies and the doctrines, other doctrines. You got Islam, you got all them different doctrines, Buddha, you got even the doctrine within the true people will say you got mermaids, they'll say the Lord didn't come for everybody, or he came for everybody. That's them different doctrines. That's part of that fire on the right side. You got to deal with all that. Then on the left side it says deep water. The deep water on the other side is the troubles and the afflictions.
Not trying to drown.
Yeah.
Your afflictions.
The afflictions you go through. Catching hell with your family, your job.
Okay. So, were they going to the scriptures say that we would be tried as the gold in the fire?
It could all apply the scriptures all intermingle. Like that right there, that deep water is dealing with afflictions. Okay. You gotta look what affliction we dealing with now. We ain't dealing with no philosophy and doctrine right now. We dealing with what? The cold.
Affliction.
This is an affliction. This is deep water.
That's why,
like you just said, your family, thinking you in the cold and stuff like that.
Colossians 3 and 12.
Get that? Hey, that's a part of the afflictions, man. You got to deal with the cold. You got to deal with just being putting up sights. He saw them taking your sights down. You got to put up with all that, man. All that's an affliction. That's that deep water on the left side.
Deal with your balls, with Esau.
You got to deal with work. Deal with work. So that's why it's talking about it's a straight gate. It's narrow. We got to walk this fine path, man, because the truth lies right there in the middle. In order to stay, you got to stay concentrated on that and not worried about the left or the right. You know, but the broad is open. It's wide open. They just run right to it. Ain't no being careful in the broad, right? That's a miracle. So in order to obtain this kingdom, we got to go through some afflictions. You got to go through sufferings, man.
Okay.
Just like your house shot did. What you got there?
This is Colossians 3 and 12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, boldness of Mercies, kindness, humbleness, and a mind of meekness, long suffering.
Now, when you putting on that, you gonna have when you trying to put on those adjectives that was described right there. Guess what? You gonna catch hell, man. Because when you trying to be humble and meek and stay in the word, you're gonna have hindrance, man.
Yep.
Just like when they was building the temple back in Cyrus days, they was hindering them the buildings of the temple. Okay, and guess what? We building now spiritually, and it's a hindrance, man. That's why your sights get cut off. Esau and them will come out, the police, you know, when they first come out, they come out messing with you, man. People, you know, they are impeaching hate and all this shit, and the police got to come. Those are that deep water on the left side, man. Okay, those are the afflictions that we go through. All right. Now back in 2nd Ezra 7:8, it says, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go through at once. So it's so small, only one man can go through at once. So what is that saying? Guess what? That's saying I can't save you. You can't save me. Every man is for you. Got
Work out your own salvation.
You got to work out your own salvation. They can say only one man can go through at once. You know, I can't go through and hold your hands. Man, we gotta go across, man. Keep holding my hand. Okay. If you slip and fall, you hold my hand. Guess what? I'm gonna go down too.
Bring it down.
You see? It might be meant for you to go down. Shit. But like, that's why each man, you gotta walk your own path in there, man. You gotta go through your own afflictions, your own troubles, you know, your own straits, man. Okay? And while we go through it, like I said, trying to be humble is gonna be a hindrance. Now, back in Matthew 7:13, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, man. So that broad way gonna lead you to destruction, which you're gonna die by martial law or detainment camps, and ultimately what? RFID. You might take the RFID chip, or ultimately you're gonna die of the ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Part of that, you might even die of famine, you know? And it says, verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way that leadeth to life. See, that narrow way is what? The scriptures. This is the way that leads to life, man, because there ain't nobody really walking it. It say only one man can go down at a time, okay? And how many men supposed to go down that route? 144. In their mouth was found no guile, so you got the whole world. They ain't trying to walk down that path. They see that fire blazing up in that water, that deep water on one side is ruined, they gonna stay where they at. Nah, I'm gonna stay right here. But you know what, man, on the other side is something better on the other side.
Lord.
Nah, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna be cool with what I got. Because that path look real narrow, and it's so narrow, it look like it's going into the fire and into the water. You can't see. Right? Only thing you can have is what? Faith. The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things hoped for, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You can't see on the other side. So therefore, you not being able to see on that other side, you're gonna be like shit, you're gonna doubt, you're gonna waver. But James 1:6, when you read it, tell you don't be wavering or doubting. When you go into the word wavering, it goes into doubting. But you go down that path, man, and trusting. So that's why we read the scripture. That's why it said in that's why we was reading in Proverbs 30th chapter, verse 5. The Lord said he gonna be a shield unto them that trust in him. Trust meaning what? Confidence. You got that confidence in Yahweh Shem Shai, he gonna look out for you. So when you walk in that straight gate, trust that he gonna keep you on that straight and narrow if you listen to the words. Okay, listen, like if you walk in that path and that fire, you're gonna be hearing that voice. You're gonna be listening for that voice anyway. Okay? That's why he said the words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. In John 6:63, we already read it. Okay? Alright? So it says, which leadeth to life, but few there be that find it. See, only a few gonna find it. Those are the elect men. Only a few gonna walk that path, man. Okay? You might hit that path, and your whole family there, they scared to go. I want to go. But then what do? You say, no, I'm gonna stay in the broad place. No. You're going down the straight path. Well, you gotta lead them or not. You might have to lead them there. And let them catch the destruction that's coming with being in the broad place. Because what did he tell the disciples? What did he tell the disciples in 19? I think it was chapter 19. What did he tell them in chapter 19? I think it was. He said in 19 and 28, Yahushua said, and Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, talking to the disciples, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, right? When you reincarnated, you didn't went down that straight gate, that straight narrow path. When the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, meaning the kingdom of heaven, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So you're going to sit on the throne as well if you follow him down that straight gate. You suffer with him. You're going to rejoice with him. You're going to err with him, okay? Verse 29, everyone that hath forsaken house, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake. For that name of Yahweh Shem Shai, you done gave it all up, okay? Shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Woo! Okay?
That's good.
But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first, man. So